Hey there everybody, hope your day is going well. Jacared with Old School Gaming here, and welcome back to another First Gen PokeTalk. Yeah, buckle in, cause this one's gonna be something else. Oh boy. So it would seem that the one win that I actually got on camera was a fluke. It really was a fluke. Cause I was trying. I tried all damn day for over 12 hours to get more prized Pokemon and to register more into the Stadium Hall of Fame so I could get more trophies. And I only ended up with two more. Which, I got one Hitmonchan, or hooray for yellow, but red and blue are still waiting, and I got one more Squirtle. Yeah, exactly what I do not need yet again. Oh, by the gods. Yeah, keep in mind, over 12 hours, and each attempt at the Elite Four and Rival, it was about, I don't know, about 30 minutes, give or take. So, I'm not doing the math here. You can do the math if you really want. Now, you can judge me if you really want to, but I ended up just using a Game Shark in order to actually get everything. It was impossible. I mean, it really was impossible. I wonder who the hell the lead programmer was for Stadium, because whoever did that was obviously some kind of masochist. In total, I would need 2 Bulbasaur, and 2 Charmander, and 2 Hitmonlee for red and, one each for red and blue. Yellow would need that Hitmonchan, would need 2 Ammonite, 1 for red, 1 for yellow. I would also need 1 Kabuto, which would be just for blue. But the grand total, oh, the ultimate gathering of 9 Eevee. So that way, all 3 could have, 1 Jolteon, 1 Flareon, 1 Vaporeon. Oh, by the gods. Yeah, it took me about 6-7 weeks just to get it all done, and and that's with the Game Shark, mind you. And also at some point, I'm not sure what in the hell happened. Something on the stadium thing, something corrupted, and I lost all data, which also meant all the trophies that I had previously in the Hall of Fame. So I had to get all those back, and, well, between all the Pokemon I had at the time I was, doing this, and plus all the rentals from Stadium, now I have 150 trophies in total. Whew, boy. At least, the only trophy missing now is Mewtwo, but, I mean, I don't know, depending on how powerful Mewtwo actually is, and whether or not I decide to use Mewtwo, in the Prime Cup, Mewtwo might get registered, or I might end up registering Mewtwo some other way. At least then I'll finally have 151. Well, in Stadium, but yeah, that's going to be a long ways in the future. And there was actually a point where I thought, should I get some, extra Eevee for 2nd Gen? Because I know 2nd Gen adds 2 more evolutions, but as long as it took just to get... Because the thing is, once I finally got a total of 150 trophies in Stadium, that was the final one, and I finally got the last Eevee that I needed. And I'm just, okay, you know what? I'm done, and I'm not doing any more. I mean, I do know 2nd Gen does have breeding, so once I actually get around to getting an Eevee, well, all 3 versions of the 2nd Gen can just, I don't know, they can just, endlessly breed Eevee until everyone has, enough, that way I can get every single version. Now, using the Game Shark, that was a doozy. Because, God, I had to reword the Google search 6 different times just to get the information that I needed about the Game Shark and what I needed to use it. Plus, I had to jump around to different parts of the internet just to get all the information that I actually needed. You'd think it'd all be in one place, but no, it's not. Right, so first and foremost, I mean, hell, instead of, searching all around the internet and trying to find this crap, I'm just putting it all into one video, that way it's all in one place. Period. Everything. Because some places have partial information, some places have other information that's also partial. Nothing is all in one place. But now it will be. So first off, the Game Shark that you would need in order to be compatible with Stadium, right here, the little sticker on the back, I'm not sure how well that's going to show up. Yeah, you need at least version 3.0 or better. That might be backwards. I don't know. Okay, the next thing that needs to be said is, you have the Game Shark in the 64, then you have a 64 cartridge on top of the Game Shark, and what you need to see is this. The picture that's probably taking up the whole screen just to make sure everyone can properly see it. You need to see that. And then you need to go into, you'll need to start putting in codes, and the initial code, just like the generalized code to run with Stadium, is the same that one might use for, Diddy Kong Racing, which is specifically this code. And, there's a long list of cheats. I'm not going to list all of them, because, well, actually, all the cheats were part of the partial information everywhere. But, I mean, let me just sit over here, because, yeah, there are three cheats to use for infinite hit points right here. And you would need to use all three and have them turned on. Like, you would have to have the Diddy Kong cheat that I showed earlier, and all three of those codes, because that would give all three Pokemon in your lineup infinite hit points. And there are other cheats, like, infinite moves, which, honestly, I think infinite moves are kind of redundant. I mean, you don't really need infinite moves in order to win. Infinite hit points? Okay, yeah, you can... It might take, one or two moves, but you can wipe out most of the Pokemon anyway. And plus, in the battles, you really only send out 3 Pokemon at a time, so there's, only 3 infinite hit point cheats, so that's really all you need. And again, make sure that whatever cheats you want to use are set to on before you move along. And there was one other piece of information that was just buried in the internet. I had to scour, several different pages just to find this one little bit of information. Okay, so you have to go back to the Game Shark main menu. Like, once all the cheats are set to on, you go back to the main menu, and then you have to go into, you have to go into key codes. And then you see this. Well, at least this is what you would want to see just before, getting ready to go with Stadium. And then once you hit select, it'll confirm, like, oh, make sure you actually have this cartridge, because the Game Shark itself can be kind of finicky. Because if you, say, oh yeah, I have this game, but you don't, then you've just locked it to something else. And I say supposedly, because I cannot confirm this. Supposedly, there is a way to, hard reset the Game Shark to a default of something. I don't know. It's complicated. It's ridiculously complicated how it works, or doesn't in most cases. One other thing to make note of is this little thing right here. When well, when it's actually working, it'll start counting down from 5. Otherwise, there'll just be an 8 there that just stays there endlessly. It won't do anything, and the thing won't work. Yeah, seemingly for me, every single time that I, turned everything off and then tried to boot it back up, it would not work off of Stadium, even though that was the last game that I used on it. I don't know why. But like I said, this thing is really finicky. I'm not sure why it kept doing that, but it did. The thing that always seemed to work for me, at least in terms of making sure that it, would always that I would have to go back in, use the key code to get to Stadium, then turn everything off, put Stadium back in, then run cheats and everything. Whenever the Game Shark just kind of reset the default, it either seemed to be Super Mario 64 or Revolt. I'm not sure why, but I mean, hell, who cares? And with that, finally, everything is in one place, and one place only. Now you don't have to reword your Google search 6 to 7 different times just to find all the information you would actually need to use the Game Shark with Stadium. God, that was annoying to try and do that. Okay, now, with all that said and done out of the way, time to pick 3 different Pokemon. Let's go with Goldeen. Who else? Mr. Mime! Holy hell, yeah, put Mr. Mime up there. I've had him forever now. I totally forgot I haven't covered him yet. Oh well. It is what it is. It's fine. At least now I'll cover him, and also need a third one. How about Taurus? Why not? Alright, so bring on down Goldeen. Goldeen is interesting, let's just say. I mean, it starts with Peck, which is kind of interesting. Because, I mean, normally Goldeen would have, a hard time against, say, grass types. But with that Peck move, hey, it's super effective against grass types. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, but Goldeen doesn't actually learn any, water type moves. At least not until the final one, which is Waterfall. And hey, Waterfall is, actually quite the powerful move. And hell, there was, just a few Stadium episodes back where I actually saw what Waterfall looks like in Stadium. That was pretty neat. But Goldeen in itself isn't really much of a water type because, as I said, it only learns the one water type move. I mean, it has, Harm Attack and Fury Attack as well, but, I would kind of wish for more, water moves. But whatever. I mean, and, when eventually evolving into Sea King, there's not really too much of a difference. I mean, the general boost in stats that you would expect from an evolution, but it's not really too special. I mean, hell, if I was, putting together a super team and I needed a water type, Goldeen would definitely not be my first choice. Hell, I don't even think Goldeen would be a 3rd or a 4th choice, to be honest. But regardless, let's move on to Mr. Mime. Well, I've had Mr. Mime for quite a while, and as I said, totally forgot to even mention him. Yeah, but Mr. Mime is, well, kind of useless, actually. The only 2 attacks that, damaging attacks that it learns is Confusion and Double Slap. Ooh. I mean, yeah, it learns Barrier. And of course, I taught it the Flash HM, but as I said, ooh, who gives a damn? I want more attacks. I want to be able to do more damage, not just Confusion, Double Slap, and and nothing. Yeah, even for being a psychic type, Mr. Mime isn't really all that good, if I'm being honest. Alright, well, let's just move on to the final one. Tauros. Wow, Tauros is a speed monster. I'm not sure who has more base speed, Ponyta Rapidash or Tauros? But I mean, hell, who cares? I mean, more speed means more critical hits, which means, can win more battles and, well, grind. Well, actually, technically, it'd still be the same speed, because, well, critical hits aren't really much needed anymore. But even still, Tauros, it's definitely a speed beast. It doesn't really learn anything too special. I mean, there's, Stomp and Tackle, Rage, and what was the other one? Like, Takedown or Double Edge? I forget exactly which one is. Like, one of the moves that, does a good amount of hit, but get recoil in return. Oh well. And actually, while I was, going through Stadium trying to get the prize Pokemon again and again and again and again, Tauros was actually pretty good because, I could just tell it, use Rage, and at least with the way Stadium works, you don't get to choose, hey, do you want to switch Pokemon, yes or no, when the opponent changes Pokemon. So just, hell, set Tauros to Rage. Okay, now I can step away and get some other stuff done, just keep an eye for, when I eventually win. Because, I mean, hell, I'm gonna win with just using Rage and Tauros having infinite hit points. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, you can judge me if you want, but there's absolutely no way in hell I could have actually won not just enough prize Pokemon for Red and Blue and Yellow, but also to get 150 trophies. Yeah. It's impossible. And that's really all there is for me to say here. Oh boy. Well, at least now I can start getting onto some other stuff. Actually, next time, because last time was the end of the Gym Leader Castle, and that's really all there will be for Gym Leader Castle. But next time is something I still have yet to record. It'll be, right, the Kids Corner in Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, I'll be going through the different games there and just having fun. Just a way to relax, and honestly, I don't care if I win or lose. Whatever happens is whatever happens. So I will see you there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, hit that bell so you can always be notified whenever I upload another video. And of course, have fun.